My mic was muted. We were both muted that whole time because of the way I have things set up. Whoops. Let me make sure everything's... Yes, okay. So then I will simply do that all again once I get this music rolling. Take 2. Memori. You sit with a merry group of smokers when you feel it finally hit. You excuse yourself and set into the town. Events begin to blur as time passes quicker and quicker. You hear the sound of the world around you all at once. The sound of city bustle turns to cries and screams. You feel colder and colder, finally finding relief with a new warmth on your face. You find a brief moment of lucidity as you stand staring forward towards the sky, your feet firmly planted on the wall of a building. With a moment of shock, you begin to fall and hit the stones below. Your mind wanders in the darkness until you come to something of a corridor. Both walls overlapping in pink and lime mandala patterns. And then you see eyes staring back. A deep fear fills you, and you awaken, cold, panicked, and hazy. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Can you see everything okay?
I know it's loading. Oh, there it goes.
There we go. Okay.
Oh, you tucked me in.
Aw. You awaken. The delirium of the high is fading from you, and you feel a bit discombobulated. Whatever was in that stuff hit hard. As you peer to the room about you, everything is in a state of black and white. You have the room before you. What do you do?
First question, is this one of those dreams that, like, you remember when you wake up, or is it, like, you just immediately forget and you're like, oh, I feel like there was something important in that?
You have the sense that you have the description I have given you. All of that you have.
Okay.
In all of its glorious vagueness and otherwise.
Ooh. Oh, I guess just, like, get up, get ready for the day, whatever.
All right. As
I'm gonna.
you move aside the blankets,
Oh,
you see the sheets around you are stained with blood, as well as this little tidbit on the rug. You are in a very simple nightgown. Someone has changed you. You still have a slight layer of blood all over you.
huh. So does it, like, look like the blood's, like, leading, like, under the bed, as in, like, there's something under there?
Would you like to get out and take a closer look?
Yes.
All right, go ahead and move that token, BB. You should be able to select it. You might have to get the token, the edge of it, though.
In fact, yeah. Let me move a token. Not let me move a token.
Should have
Is it left
whatever.
click?
There you go. Yeah, it's left click and drag. I just adjusted permissions. You should be able to.
Wait. No.
What? You can see the room though, right?
Yes, I can see everything just fine. I can move the blanket.
All right. I'll release the blanket.
Release the blanket.
Now try.
No, the like box around it is gray if that does anything for you, while the box around the blanket's red.
Why is there always something?
At least that's the start.
Well, yeah, yes. Wait, what the fuck? All players. Alright, fucking whatever. There. Now try.
Oh yeah.
That took way too long. You can also, when you have your token selected, you can shift and scroll, and that will rotate your token.
Is it only okay, there we go.
You can also do control shift for more.
Alright.
Yeah.
That's what I was for.
Alright.
We go.
You peer down at the blood. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Oh, here we go. So I go to character,
Yes.
and then
Click that skill,
click.
baby. Hell yeah.
Oh
13.
yeah.
It was a good start. Good start. Very,
E-roll.
very sensical. You peer down at the blood in the rug, and from what you see, it has been. Part of it is faded along this end, and you can tell that there's just a slight impression of more blood over here. You would gather that the blood here is such that it has not yet been cleaned up, like someone missed a spot.
Well, I'm not cleaning that.
Hmm. As you stand here as well, you see that your shield leans against the wall. And what's your passive perception?
Do 13.
13. You also notice that against the north corner is an altar that was not previously in this room.
Huh. I should probably investigate that, huh?
Perhaps. Your fate is your own.
Curse you, God.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, let's go investigate that, you know?
All right.
Whole not being disgusting thing can wait.
Hmm. You move to the altar, and on it.
I'm having fun, okay?
Yeah, totally. On it, you see many symbols of death and the Raven Queen. A white raven, a skull with a candle on it, a ceremonial dagger, as well as 2 chalices, one filled with a red liquid, one empty. On the altar are massive black candles, and on it is a book that appears to have the page that it is open to largely blotted with ink.
Well, there goes my idea of. Is there like a title on this book? Or like any indication of what it is?
You can close it and take a look at the cover.
Yeah.
You close it and look at the cover, and you read the title of The Matron's Rise. This is the story of the Raven Queen ascending. Also, give me a religion check.
Alright. I should probably just keep this sheet open, huh?
Perhaps you can snap it to the side of your UI.
Yeah, my screen's not that big.
Mm-hmm. With a 9, you know that the White Raven is an uncommon, smaller sect of the Raven Queen. You don't remember the full specifics of what it's about, but you know it isn't about the aspect of the grave itself. This is a sect that is under the ideas of a different domain, though you can't remember which. you hear a rapping at the door.
How did you do that? Oh my god.
From off in this direction.
By the door?
Yes.
One 1 minute. I'm gonna like. So like, is it pretty obvious that I'm just covered in blood?
It's to you. It isn't hugely obvious, as it's very dark. But if you were to be in light, then who knows? It's also now that it strikes you. There are no lights on in this room. And yet you can still make out the whole scene with relative ease. That's not normal.
Earlier. Is this my room?
Yes, these are your chambers. These are the chambers that you hold while in Cloverfield.
Yeah, then I'm just gonna, for now, assume that I've never.
You've never
yet.
What?
I was gonna assume, yeah, no, I just memorized my room. Nothing weird going on here. You know what? Blanket's probably not bloody, so I'm gonna use it as like a makeshift cloak to like, not scare whoever's at the door, and then go over to the door.
Sure, do it.
It's serious.
You go to answer the door. And on the other side, yes. On the opposite side, you see your squire, Arden. And with him, he bears a candle, which doesn't seem to do very. We do. It's better. Why isn't any of this showing? Is it because it's not naturally dark? What the fuck is going on?
The room lit up. That's what's going on.
There we go. That's better. Why isn't this visible to you? You can see that. Okay, whatever. That's just vision layers. That's unfortunate. My lord, I see you're awake. Are you well? You see that he seems a bit nervous and shaken. Also, this is with you.
That works.
Wow, you look so cool. I have brought you some refreshments. I wasn't sure when you would wake.
Oh, thank you, Arden. I'm doing fine, thank you.
Well, good. We should get you tended to urgently. I was mortified when I found you initially. He will close the door and move further inside. What came of you? How did you get there?
I'm not sure what you mean. I mean, I had this weird dream, but
When I found you, you were covered in blood and with, by the looks of it, on the verge of death, and yet here we are. Anyways, it doesn't matter. You're okay. I will set these over here, and on the table he puts a tray of uh different confections and a little bit of stew and what looks like a tall glass of water. I'm gonna go fetch some hot water and we can tend to uh your bath.
Yeah, that is good.
Oh, fuck you. Why isn't this? Why is it whenever I think something's top down, it's not top down? Very well. I will be back shortly. As he fucking glitches out.
Hey man, elvish magic.
Hmm. Totally. He fucking goes from going to from a deep bow to all the way back up to fucking his back snapped in half.
Hey man, who am I to know?
Hmm. You are left back by yourself again. What do you do while you wait?
But it's cool. Water time.
Hmm.
Oh,
On the table is the tray of confectionaries as well as your mace and your amulet of the devout.
that's for that one.
Hmm?
Oh, that's for that one.
Yes. Currently, you are just yourself with the clothes on you.
Yep. Probably should put that on. And hydration. Very
Perhaps.
important.
Mm-hmm. Do you go to put on the amulet?
Yes.
Very well. As you reach out and pick up the amulet, as the uh, raven's head meets your palm, you feel that it is incredibly hot and you need to recoil to avoid burning yourself. You take 1 point of radiant damage.
Ow. Gonna stare at it.
Hmm. It does not return the stare.
Do
Anyways,
that right.
yeah,
Okay.
the bars in this, for whatever reason, are very broken, and I need to figure out why.
And the bar just showed up, and it's like, is that like the right HP?
Yeah, but its percentages and how it shows it are weird and fucked up. Yes. The amulet seems to hold no care for your touch.
Ooh. How about water? Is that still like cool?
You reach out and touch the water, or the glass of water, and you pick it up. Everything seems fine.
Okay. Is drinking it fine?
You go to drink it, and as it meets your tongue and begins to roll back to your throat, as it's moving, it's when you're just incredibly touch sensitive and just like any little rubbing or otherwise is just it sets you off. It's that, but in your mouth.
Oh.
And you spit it out onto the rug. These are peculiar times.
Indeed. Well, I'm just gonna assume the same thing with the food. I wasn't that hungry anyway.
Hmm. Indeed. Hmm. Hunger. Go ahead and make an intelligence check.
Uh-oh.
13. You bear a craving, but not for any of the confections or even the stew on the ground. Stew is close, but you just feel the want for something less dead.
Let that sink in. Let's go investigate that book again. Turn some pages, see if, like, any more hints, I guess.
Sure, get there.
I, oh,
Yeah, so satisfying, right?
oh, yeah. I'm figuring this out.
Hell yeah. You go to the book and go ahead and make a perception check.
Do-do-do.
Oof. You go and check out the book, and piecing through it, looking at the cover, there doesn't seem to be anything specific about the book other than that it's kind of battered for its use. Usually, a great deal of the books of the Raven Queen are in better condition because no one really uses them. So that's weird. There's a lot of ink stains through this.
Where did I even get this book from?
You don't know. Everything on this altar is new and strange and alien. You don't know where any of this came from. Other than that, it is now in your room.
Time for a little brain shook moment.
Hmm.
Let's check behind the drapes. Get some of that vitamin sun.
Well, currently,
Firm suspicions.
it is the long night, so the sun will
Oh,
not
it is.
rise for of roughly the time of another day.
Oh, yeah.
But peering through the drapes, you see the city street below and make another perception check.
This is very important.
7.
Yeah. The me rolls tonight.
Yeah. Oh. On the opposite side of the street, on the roof, you see someone walking slouched and attempting to hide.
Yeah, me sucks at hiding just as much as I suck at looking.
Hmm. In fact, the thing that pointed them out to you was that they slipped on a tile and just the sharp movement immediately drew your eyes. And then
I'm just gonna watch this figure, I guess.
I've returned, my lady. My lord, sorry.
Ah, good, good.
Closes the door. Are you well?
Uh, yes, yes.
Very well. I will begin to pour the bath. In either hand, he holds a bucket filled with what you can see to be steaming water. And he goes and
Oh, this might just go horribly. Uh, Arden,
Yes, my lord?
I'm gonna pick up the book. I was wondering if you've possibly, wait, yeah, you've possibly seen this book before. I don't seem to recognize it myself.
Uh, no. Everything to do with that altar was brought in by some servants of the honeypots. They said it was meant to be a gift and to make you feel more at home, I suppose.
Oh, and when was this?
Uh, Only in the past day. Day, in quotes. Because Cloverfield does have a clock tower that allows them to still keep track of time even during the long night.
Oh, interesting.
Why? Does something unsettle you of it?
I just don't remember hearing about it, so it was a surprise.
Hmm. Hmm. Very well. The bath is ready. Give me another perception check.
Yeah, good news for you,
8.
buddy.
Hmm. 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 There's a sudden crash at the windows as bodies are hurled through the drapes. Oh, that doesn't show for everyone.
Oh, I like these mans.
Yeah, they're pretty cool, right? Through one comes a lanky looking figure, through the other, a similar lanky figure with a very rapscallion looking clown with long red hair behind them. And she points at you and says, "Get her, boys!" And they have begun their surprise round. And now we'll roll for initiative. So I get out the initiative tracker.
There's also when I asked, so my sheet says I have like, no spell slots or anything. Is that canonical?
Oh, what the fuck? It does it the opposite way of how many you've spent so far.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's something that I'm not a huge fan of either, but I haven't figured out a way to code it the opposite.
I think you just put them in like that and just minus them as you go.
Hmm.
Like, maybe, I don't know.
Uh,
Also, is this like roll 20 where I gotta wait for the initiative tracker to be up before I roll?
mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, fucking whoops. Not all of these are people. Whoopsie doo. That's what I get for having other.
Merit. Clowns are people too.
Is that something that actually happened?
I don't know. You just said not all of these are people.
Oh no, like there are like bucket tokens and stuff that uh I
Like items in the room we're counting as
right.
initiative.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, it's my secret defense system, actually. All of these
uh
objects are actually animate and attack.
Please show correctly. Oh, you dickhead. All right.
Roll
So,
the thing. I'll roll the thing.
no, I got it. It's all rolled.
Okay.
On the left bar, the third from the bottom, fourth from the bottom, the cross swords. If you hover over that and hit initiative tracker, you will see the initiative in the bottom right.
And it just kind of popped up eventually.
Okay.
That's kind of
And
cool.
so it begins. All right. Everyone should be snapped to grid. There we go. All right. And so we begin with this motherfucker. This bandit will...
I'm just appreciating the squares.
Totally. Will move up and with a scimitar will draw it and go to slash at you. Currently, you are wearing no armor. You are simply in your gown, and as such, you, as initiative begins, you feel your alertness heighten, and your muscles all seem to tense as the adrenaline begins to hit. The roll's a 6. It goes to slash, and with a supernatural speed, you dodge quickly out of the way.
Like that.
Mm-mm. Oh, I should also throw in the battle music. Where the fuck did that go? I thought I had some pretty good music lined up. Where it happened to? And so it goes to the second bandit. With only 30 feet, will move here and... Oh, you know what? Actually, that does work. Moves to here and wields a net and throws it at you. It's the same to hit. Nat 20. As... Oh, you dickheads. There we go. I have this thing on 1% and it's still obnoxiously loud.
I'm sorry.
It's only a bit. Each bit. Okay. We're just going back to this regular shit. This is too much. Sorry, we're gonna have a fucking chill combat. Sorry. The second one goes up, and as you are moving back into position, ready to dodge, the net comes over you, and you are... Oh, wait. He has disadvantage because fucking 18 still. Does not crit, which for a net doesn't really matter. But you are now strained. And so we go to you. Now, you can use an action to make a strength check to attempt to free yourself. Otherwise, you, as you are restrained, your speed is 0. Your attack rolls have disadvantage, and you have disadvantage on dex saves. What do you do?
Yeah, let's get this net.
All right. Go ahead and make a strength check.
Check, okay.
Oof. All you needed was a 10 too. That's rough. Man, that's right. I'm playing with you. God, you have to fucking...
Yeah, you gotta remember it's me here. Why do you think I made spoilers no attacky?
Yeah. You go to attempt to twist and wriggle out of the net, but as you do, this motherfucker right here is pulling a rope and almost like cinching a drawstring bag basically around you. So we go to the Capitan.
Can I still cast spells? No,
You
the spell
can.
I was thinking. The spell I was thinking of costs an action. Never mind.
You could. You simply need to keep in mind that you can't cast any spells that require material components because you don't currently have access to your holy focus,
Yes.
nor your shield, nor your mace. And so we go. Capitan. The captain.
I tell Arden to fucking get someone. Minor action, bro. Fucking run.
With that, the captain will dash, move here, wielding a dagger in one hand and a scimitar in the other. You want your lord to stay alive, you stay quiet, right, Pipsqueak? We'll attempt to intimidate. With an 11. Arden.
Use your weird phase out of existence power.
It's the same shit. Yeah. You can, now that you're tuned in to certain things, you feel blood pumping, but it's not your own. You hear Arden's heart beating as stress begins to enter his system and is faced with a scary looking clown lady. And so it is Arden's turn. And Arden. Okay, just please don't hurt anyone. 17. Computing charisma, a 9. Yeah, kid, that's right. We're not gonna hurt anyone. As long as you keep your mouth shut, we're good. And Arden will hold an action. And so we come to bandit number 1. With only a scimitar. With the other hand, the bandit will simply go to punch you. With a 22 to hit. You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage. And that marks his turn. Second one will join in on the punch you in the face.
Man, what?
21.
What rude fellas.
Yeah, for another 2 points of damage.
Took all my rolls.
Truly. As they're both just begin to like curb stomp, it's just like, come on, get out, get done. Go sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. And so it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I was looking at it. I was trying to figure out a cheat thing. I guess go the peace. Okay. Look, there's no more need for violence. You have me. What do you want?
Yeah, that's right. What do we want? That's a good girl. Yeah, that's right. We are taking you to the rest of the honeypots. Now, we can make this easy on you. All you gotta do is drink this, and she will pull out an orange liquid filled glass bottle, and we will be on our way. Capiche?
And you won't hurt Arden.
Thieves' honor. And with the flask held with her pinky and thumb, she'll put up 3 fingers held together, akin to the scout's honor. You can make an insight check if you like.
I wouldn't do it, even though it's probably not going to go well.
We can hope. Hey, 22. She does not give a shit about Arden. She is only here for you.
Well, bottoms up, I guess.
All right. She
Do anything else?
gives you the potion, and you can drink it as an action. Now here comes the interesting part. Do. This one doesn't sting the inside of your mouth like the water previously did. But also, you just feel it kind of sit in your stomach, and you realize that like you don't have any type of swishing sense. But all the same, make a con save. With an 18, you feel the effects begin to hit, and your body begins to lock up, but then begins to slightly fade. You recognize this effect. It's the same effect of when your body locked up at the city gate before the dog race. All right. Now everyone's gonna be nice and cool. Hey, you. You and I are gonna go into the closet, all right? Okay. Yeah, that's right. And she will take him by the ear and take him over here. All right, now get in and shut up. Yes, okay. Through crack in the partition, you and Arden briefly lock eyes as Arden goes into the closet. All right, boys, in and out. Do you?
No.
All right, now let's get this party rolling. And together, as a 3 carrying group, they will take you out through the window and rappel down a line to the ground. As you go, all goes much more differently. Interesting. You still have the blanket wrapped around you.
Yeah, this thing is comfy. I ain't leaving it.
As you exit out, you see the surrounding buildings around you of the noble district all set aflame, and there are different nobles and servants and otherwise running every which way. And amidst the chaos, they take you and pull you away. Go ahead and give me a survival check to track where they are taking you.
Yeah. Yes.
Ooh, very good, very good. With your everything partially locked up, Da-da-da. You can follow the path that they're taking to somewhere in the Lightbringer district, which is slightly southwest of the Noble district. It is where the Lightbringers, the mages who keep the city alight at night, congregate and organize all their shit. And you see that they take you in to a little shop known as Inks and Quills. And it's a 2-tier building with like stairs going up to the top where the actual shop is, and with a careful eye to make sure no one sees them, they take you in. And you can't see this map, so I need to make it player visible. There we go. And here should become visible. Why does everything decide to not go right? There we go. Inside, you see a small halfling man behind the desk, seeming to be reading a book. Oh yeah, back so soon? Yeah, that's right, we got what we needed. You open it up, we got a lot. Yeah. And we'll hop out and begin moving boxes.
He sunk into the floor.
Herbert.
Oh god, he sunk into the floor.
Oh god. Also, I realized that you can still... What the fuck? You can still see this whole thing, which is weird, and I don't appreciate it. Oh.
Yeah, I'll just pretend not to see it.
Pull aside and move boxes.
I'll put the room in like the upper right corner so I can't see it.
Yeah, There we go. That's what I need. And then... There we go. Perfect. Alright. There you go. Just keep things clean. Yeah. You keep it to your own, whatever. And so they take you to this. That wasn't it. Drop you down the hatch to the floor below and bring you down a set of stone. No, get out of here, Greaves. A little bit of everything all of the time. Lead you into this kind of grimy looking cobblestone place. You see this room before you, a little bit of a hangout kind of space. Alright, yeah, just leave her on the table. I'll go get the boss. He's not the boss. Yeah, well, he's close enough. You don't see a fucking narcissist carrying around taking care of us. Still not the boss. Yeah, whatever. And goes off to this room. As you lay there, are you attempting to do anything while you are sprawled out on the table? Guy goes and sits on this box. This dude leans against the barrel.
Yeah, I'm gonna like test my hand to see if I can like move.
Yeah, totally.
Something. Yeah.
You feel a bit like not quite sore, but like tensed a lot.
Yeah.
But yes, it is possible and doable. There is still the issue of the net, however, as I carry over that condition.
Well, I'll just keep that little tidbit of knowledge to myself.
Hmm. And a short time later, you the clown returns. Yeah, I got it just like you asked, boss. Yes, you did well. And before you, you see this bony ass motherfucker.
This fella.
This fella, this absolute guy. Just what a little
Yeah.
legend right there. Oh, also, initiative doesn't need to be up anymore. How good of you to come peacefully. Now then, why do you think I've brought you here?
Alright, I'm gonna assume I can talk.
Yes.
Yeah. A whole turn. Okay, there. Well, I assume it has something to do with the altar and other weird happenings.
Perhaps. Or more simply, I simply wish to see any rivaling families eliminated.
Well, that could be true as well.
What kind of position do you think that puts you in?
One of danger, I suppose.
You seem very relaxed for someone that's just been kidnapped and is faced with me. Do you know who you're dealing with currently?
No, I don't. I assume I don't. I mean, I think I'd recognize a guy like this.
You can make a history check or a religion check.
My sheet back up because I literally just closed it.
Rip.
Yeah.
Make sure all this looks right. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go for history. Oh, I guess I do. Never mind.
Oh,
22.
22. With a 22, you recognize two things. First of all, the green glow and the golden skull. These are two identities that are synonymous with the honeypot family. The gold being of fortune and luck, and the green being of the clovers that Cloverfield is known for. But more specifically, you recognize the entity itself from who the previous ruler of Cloverfield was before the honeypots laid their claim. This is Shakular the Dead, a lich, a tyrant, and a horribly old being. It was thought that he had been truly killed previously, but apparently not. And while the presence itself doesn't specifically sink you, as you stare into the green lights that occupy his eye sockets, you begin to feel almost the gravity around you begin to increase and lock down your muscles further. This is a being of great power and of great lack of care. Now, I could simply kill you and leave it at that, but I also prefer to make an example of those that would go against me. What do you think of that?
Well, when you put it like that, I'm assuming it's going to be a bad thing. I don't
Hmm.
really know what I did example of you, but you could just kill
Oh, child. It's not about you. It's about your family. They stood with the honey pots before and they got Fort Trifolia out of it. And what did I get? Shit and dirt. Now, I've come to reclaim my prize. So sorry, you were just born the wrong people.
me. I suppose.
Hmm. How would you prefer? Hanging, beheading? We have many options. I will allow you the courtesy of choosing your method.
No, I guess with an actual method, I'd prefer something quick, but I guess afterwards you can string me up however you please. If you want to make that example.
Hmm. How very kind of you.
Yes, well, in a way, you're doing me a favor, so.
Gets in real close. Now, why would you say that?
Uh, I'm guessing, well, you definitely haven't been up to date. I wouldn't think you would want to be with the happenings around, but let's just say there's someone I've been waiting to meet again.
Hmm. Oh, you had a lover. How quaint.
Yes.
And yes, I suppose I will do you that favor soon. In fact, you seem so caring. I may as well do it now. And he reaches out bony hands and will do.
Can I ask one more thing? If it's all right.
As greenish pinkish energies begin to gather around his hand. Yes.
Were you the one who placed that book on the White Raven in my place?
Hmm. Yes, indeed. I was hoping you would come here one way or another.
All right. Then my curiosity is laid to rest.
Hmm. And to rest you will be laid. As the energies gather, they blast forth over your skull. And you, and you fade to darkness. You feel the gloom surround you as your soul passes from your body. You see again that Reaper with one eye, or one eye socket. You see it slash your bonds, and your soul passes. You find yourself in a land of gray and wastes. You have entered the Shadowfell. But as soon as you begin to peer around, you feel something else pull on you. And you return.
Cheated out of death.
Indeed. At this point, Specular has stepped away. But as you return and take in a hastened breath, he will look over his shoulder. Now that's a neat trick.
Yes, one I didn't know I possessed.
No. No, you wouldn't. What would you think the nature of this is? From one undying to another.
Well, did you not just give it away right there?
Yes, but you're not me. I worked for this. As far as I'm aware, you haven't done anything for this. Your whole religion goes against it, so this is a very curious thing.
I suppose I just got unlucky.
No. No, luck has nothing to do with it. And he will. Perhaps we can try this. And the green energies will manifest around his hand once more as he points a single finger at you. Disintegrate. The greenish beam strikes you in the forehead, and you feel the skin and bone begin to deteriorate away as you fade once more. But now, you don't go anywhere. You stay right as you are. It's a black mist. Can you still see?
Like everything's darker, but I can still see the room.
Okay, good. You see everyone around you peer curiously, almost looking up into a camera right where you are. Curiouser and curiouser. You are no longer bound by a net. You feel yourself free to move in this state.
Oh, I mean, I'd like to, like, I guess, sit up on the table, you know, laying there, it's just kind of awkward.
Yeah, sure. You are not in your physical body right now.
Oh, can I see my, or what's left of my physical body?
You peer down and you see nothing, but peering about you, you feel every ash and particle of your body swirls in a black mist. Shakular strokes his chin.
And,
Curious.
like, my, like, action of sitting up, did it seem like anyone, like, noticed?
They seem more keen on the fact that you are a massless black or a formless black mist than the fact that whatever you are now isn't bound by net.
Oh, okay then.
And you see more and more as life goes on. I would like to make you an offer. Currently, the mass forces of the Inkwell are going to Fort Trifolia. They will most certainly massacre everyone there. But You can go and save them, but you must serve me in the time afterwards. This is the vow I offer to you. You see behind the green is just a look of sheer fascination and like a macabre curiosity almost.
Assume that I can speak and be heard.
You begin to voice your thoughts, and as you do, it comes out not as common, but something else, something darker. You now know Black Speech, which is the language of undead.
Lit?
You now know Black Speech. It's a homebrew thing. It is the language of undead creatures.
Yeah, I mean, oh, did that come out as a what?
Yes.
What I said was lit,
Oh, bitchin'.
but like confused.
Yeah. As he poses this offer, you see the rest of them are like, what? That was supposed to be ours. And as they say that, Shekular simply gathers black energy and psh, all of them fall dead.
Well, I suppose at this point I have no other choice. I mean, I could just. No, I don't think I could go back to the life I lived. And it seems death is not my quick escape.
Good. Then it is sealed. And a swirl of light blue magic connects between you and Shekular the Dead. And as it meets Shekular, you see that what was previously sky blue is simply shocked with black all the way through, completely consuming whatever blue there was. And you feel a new vow formed, a vow of servitude. Now be gone. There will be more to do as we further our relationship. I would hurry, though. I'm sure they'll be attacking any minute. With this moment of direction, make a charisma saving throw as you begin to take in these bodies. 13. You feel ravenous, and with it, you surge over and begin to just consume the energy left in this body. You feel the blood flow into you, the very essence of being in this body you consume. And as you do, your form begins to reshape. And the body itself is now shriveled and gray and sucked dry. As you have now reformed. Oh, that's the wrong one. Whoops. Range in front. There we go. Shekular appears at you more curiously.
Is this guy like known for like the not giving a care?
How do you mean?
When you described him. He's emitting emotion.
He
I'm just making a bad joke.
Okay, I don't follow, but that's fine.
That's fair.
Yeah. You feel his focus on you, and just like a kid who has just seen like something that they're gonna hyper fixate on for the next few days. It's just, you can feel the eyebrow cock, and just like, despite there being no flesh on his face, you can feel the like slanted grin. Good. You are very curious. And then, with a sudden surge, you begin to focus on your new goal of saving Fort Trifolia. You set off a streak of black through the night. You cross miles upon miles. You pass carriages and even a raid, until finally you come to the walls of Fort Trifolia. You see fires are being thrown. People are scaling the sides of the walls. Go ahead and make an attack roll using strength. Or just a strength. Do you have anything with strength plus proficiency?
Not on me, I'm guessing.
Why is... Here, reach on those. There we go. Go ahead and make an unarmed strike.
Would that just be strength check?
It's in your attacks, or at least it should be.
No, where's that now?
In the middle.
This sheet? I don't think so.
Character sheet?
On the stat block or the character sheet?
The character sheet. If you have the character sheet open, close it and reopen it.
Let me read. That was my next thingy. There we go.
Hey.
Just hit attack bonus, I'm guessing.
Yep.
Oop. Oops.
13. That works. You soar and cleave through those that would assault your home. And as you go further and further, you come to the sanctuary, wherein you see your parents be run through by some vagabonds. You rush forward and slay them too. And you see your parents as they begin to bleed out. Make a charisma saving throw.
Oh man, this is great. Oh hey.
21. It's pretty fucking good. It's pretty fucking good. This is good.
Is that enough to stop me from killing my parents?
It's enough to stop you from feeding on them.
Close enough.
You see them as they begin to bleed out on the ground, and you feel yourself overcome with a deep hunger, but you clench your resolve and hold it back as your mother looks to you.
Depression.
Hey, Memori, but you're safe. Why do you look like that?
Can I shush? Am I allowed to shush?
Sorry?
Am I allowed to shush? I don't know if it picks up on my mic.
Yeah, you can.
Which one of them saying this to me?
Your mom.
Do not worry about it.
You look dreadful. You need to eat. Make another charisma saving throw. As the thought itself intrudes. Very good, very good, very good. These dice are like, no, fuck you, we ain't traumatizing this bitch again.
Man, my lover already died. I already died, man. No, yeah. Mom, I am fine.
Good. And you see her
Considering the
eyes
wounds
close.
are extremely fatal, yeah, I'm like, okay, time for bed, mom. Goodbye.
I mean, you have cleric powers.
Do I? Kind I am assuming I still can't use them.
You can try.
Spare the dying?
You cast Spare the Dying on your mother. And as the black magic goes out and pulls away from her dying state, it is replaced with something else as almost a shadowy hand forms and clenches into the side of her neck. You regain 1d8 hit points as Spare the Dying has changed.
Spare the dying, more like speed up the dying.
Truly.
Well, at least I'm somewhat traumatized.
You feel the essence of her seep out and pull into this magic force that you hold. And the horror begins to dawn over you as to what just happened. You dismiss the magic holding strong, and then you see your father dead on the ground beside her. You are now the standing ruler of Fort Trifolia. But at what cost?
Not if everyone assumes I'm dead because they can't find my body. Yeet.
You are oath sworn to serve.
Yes, but that is to rule.
Yes.
Okay, I just assumed that like after this, let's go.
Negative.
All right.
You are sworn to serve Shakular the Dead and preserve his hold on Cloverfield and his former regents. You have become his lieutenant. Congratulations.
Woo! Party time.
Woo! And we will cut back to Arden, who is currently stuck in a closet. And eventually breaks through the doors and begins to look around as the room is catching fire. God. Shit. And rushes off. Guards! Help! Lord Memori's been taken!
It's been time to watch me kill my parents.
He will not arrive to Fort Trifolia for many nights.
Well, sparing him that, then.
But there is something else that now must happen. Memori. Let me get this all properly set up. I would like this to be visible. Why can't you see it? Thank you. We will do this. That works.
Okay.
Memori. You stand in the sanctuary of Fort Trifolia when the truth strikes. You feel the eyes of the Jade Kraken open, eyes that you have seen once before, only hours before. And then you feel something else as your vision recedes past and behind your own perspective. You see someone staring through a portal with a fire opalescent border. They sit in a room with their arm against their knee as they sit lazily peering at you. And then you go further back and you see a man sat at a table peering through a similar portal. And again, and again, and again. Until finally, you come to a hallway. Not lime pink mandala patterns like previously. This is a solid Victorian style hallway. And in the room, you see someone laid face down on the floor in a pool of blood. And you recede back further, and you see someone standing over the body. And then they turn back and look at you. And all you can hold on to is the golden eyes as you learn the true nature of what you are. You are a vampire. And you live now. You exist to feed. And that is the story of Memori's awakening. All right.
All right.
We did it.
Am I a villain now?
You're something.
That'd be kind of lit.
Tragic villain.
Yeah.
In order to have you be of existence, you also I need to have a party that plays in Calibira, so we'll see if that ever happens.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And if it does, I'll just show up one day and be like, hey.
Yes, this will be a collab.
And I actually always wanted to play an antagonist in a D&D game.
Fuck yeah, dude. Here you are.
Yeah. Yeah. I secretly got my wish granted.
All because you failed a saving throw that one time.
When do I not fail saving throws?
Yeah, now it's a bonus.
The answer is Kimmy.
Yeah. Very good. Now, there are some things that are going to fundamentally adjust. You are no longer a cleric.
I assumed, yeah.
So, what is Memori now? There are a couple options we can go with, and kind of anything can make sense, but I am interested in what your thoughts are. It's like,
so you know, my first funny thought is haha warlock.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to know what your ideas were, Mr. DM that's not obsessed with warlocks.
Well, I'm also obsessed with warlocks, but
Uh-oh.
there is an idea somewhere of a conquest or an oathbreaker paladin, as you have now broken the oaths that you had sworn to the Lord's honeypot. There's also Blood Hunter wouldn't really work, but the thematics around it could be appropriate. It would be a matter of reflavoring some abilities.
Yeah.
Those are my two initial thoughts, but I think what it kind of breaks down to is, do you still want to be like a caster, or do you want to lean more into the sort of martial aspects of a vampire? And of course, Paladin operates as like a Gish mix.
Yeah, which I like the options listed. I personally like to play more spellcaster stuff, but I might go martial because I've been doing that recently.
Yeah.
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 Ignore ignore funny runic.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm so looking forward to that.
That's gonna be fun, especially with me not attacking things. It'll go well.
Yeah, you can make them roll well.
Yeah, I'll be like, here, take the dice I don't want to roll.
Here. Enemies, make a saving throw. Oh, you all succeeded. Fuck.
No, joke's on you. My highest stat is the one for the saving throw.
With Warlock.
Yeah, I know definitely like no matter what I pick, I'm gonna go for a subclass that had quote like access to clerical spells as kind of like a reference.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Uh, the Undying might not be a bad bet.
That would not be a bad bet.
Uh, it has Spare the Dying. Uh, you have advantage on saves against disease. Undead don't want to fight you.
Yeah.
And you have that extra vitality as well as just vampire shit.
Yeah.
It might even be best to just make a vampire class. That could be something. Interesting. Yeah, there are a lot of ways that we could go about that, but also you basically Memori is now fundamentally rebuilt because she can't use her Amulet of the Devout, which is now a city away. Her stats are way better now, so she has a lot more versatility there. It's really just kind of down to what it is you want to do.
Yeah, it depends on what it is I'm feeling for class. I'm telling you now, high chance for Warlock because it's me.
As always. That one UA of like it was like the Undead or something rather than the Undying. It was a bit more of like a Conquest Paladin Warlock, basically. Warlock, Undead, UA. Also, we're still streaming, by the way. Hello everyone. We're talking about other shit now. Hoorah. Even though there's a black screen, whatever. Yeah, the Undead. You get a form of dread, grave touched, so like you don't need to eat, drink, or breathe. At 6th level, which you're 4th level right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're 6th level now, minimum.
I might like kind of stray away from doing UA stuff because kind of staying away from like non-official shenanigans because I did that for a long while.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. I mean, it was fun.
Totally.
But it's so like you gotta put so much else into it, and I kind of just prefer like, yeah, it's this, but you know, like flavored to look more like this, you know? Easier.
Alternatively, we could still kind of stick with cleric and just shift to death domain. That might be a way to do it as well.
Yeah.
There are options. We can figure it out once it actually comes up.
Yeah.
But yeah. Thanks for coming on. We've been meaning to do this for forever, so it's good that we finally did it.
Tell you, like an hour before the game, I wasn't feeling well, and it's like, I swear.
1 week I don't feel well, then the next week you don't feel well, and it's just like, all right, we're gonna fucking
1 day, 1 year.
Yeah, 1 year, and like 5. We just go week for week, and it's always on like the scheduled Memori's Awakening, and it's like for 5 years, it's just finally like, all right, we did it. It's now a 5-session campaign.
And in that, it's like we're actually in person at that point.
No, I can't record in person.
Yeah. But you know, 5 years, you might have developed it by then.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I don't know how I would actually do that, because the thing I like about this setup is that I can show the map. I have the talking sprite, but also the map is always visible, and so it helps with
Yeah.
just like people being like, yeah, this is where this happens, and these are the people talking and whatever. Whereas like
Yeah.
with IRL games, it's like you can still do it, but it's a little less, it feels less real, I guess, because like the tokens are facing each other rather than like being a sprite that you can look at, and it's like, yeah, that's what their face and what they look like, and when you hover it over it, it's like, yeah, that's their portrait, that's what they look like past the token. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that. Then let's change it to in 5 years when I finally buy a mic.
Totally, totally.
I'm trying, but
I can
I'm
actually
just very
give you
broke.
a mic, but your thing is like also just like setting, right?
Hmm?
Like you don't have a quiet place that you can go to, so you need
Oh,
to.
I do most days,
Most days, yeah.
and I try to make sure those days are the ones where I have D&D.
Totally, totally. But yeah, there's a mic I can hit you with because I updated my stuff recently.
Please do not hit me with it because then it will break,
Yeah, or you.
and also I would break.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. It was a bit shorter than I kind of meant it to, but this
You expect
works.
me to resist more? You expect my depressed cleric to not want to die?
Uh, that's a good point. But say la vie. All right, well,
Yeah.
say la mort. Damn, when you die and you almost actually are like good with it, but then existence is
When you
just like,
die,
nah.
but the plot demands that you show up later.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So close yet so far. Man, if only someone knew what was up with vampires.
Yeah,
Imagine, imagine.
imagine. I'll just have to wait till I show up as the villain to finally get my comeuppance.
Hmm.
That or it's gonna be one of those, the villain joins your party, but they're severely underleveled compared to the boss fight you just did.
Yeah. The boss you fight, the ally you get.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, GG. Thanks for coming. I'm glad we finally got to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Runic Cult's
Yeah.
coming up. Woo!
Woo!
Okay,
I need to
bye.
finalize the design.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, also, I need your even just
Yes.
concept art for that character so that I can hit Dan with it. At Eggflirt, who did Memori's talking sprite. Everyone check him out on Twitter. He's super cool, and you should give him money to draw you shit.
Yeah. Pay your artist. Tip your artists.
Yeah, I would like to, but unfortunately, I'm horribly poor. Which, if you guys want to help me not be horribly poor, like, subscribe, and click that bell so that y'all can see when we go live next. And that way, maybe eventually I will be able to do this full time, and that'd be really cool. And I'd like to do that, so please help. Thank you.
Moi.
Moi. All right. I would like to pass out soon, so I
Do
will
that.
bid you adieu. Good
Adieu.
night. Hit me with that art. Yeehaw.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.